Here we are. Welcome to sunny
Right.
Newcastle
What's the
slash
sunny Newcastle?
Maitland.
Yeah, for sure. Mate, it was in Newcastle, practically around the world. I mean, it would take you nearly 45 minutes to drive to your house from here.
It's pretty close though.
Yeah.
fair.
Let's make it out to be more exotic than it is.
It's good.
Now, I know you were big on the screen and all. I mean, you're a huge presence there on that TV in front of me, but the guitar behind you, how's it going?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to embarrass myself.
You look these strings?
Beautiful, yeah. Easier. What,
Yeah, it's lower and lighter strings.
And probably because they're new as well. They're not as... the other one's a bit rusty and a bit...
Oh, yeah, they're manky.
Yeah, manky.
Yeah. That's something I'd love to do is go around the world getting people's guitars and showing them their strings under a microscope, because there's got to be some serious filth. Because you got oil from your fingers, and if you don't change your strings, like it'd be just a forest of exoticness.
I just had to fix the screen. It's different, not in person.
It's like talking to Nick, except I don't have that horrible smell.
So different, good from your end.
Yeah, it's great. We should do this more often.
Yeah, it's good. Guitar. What are you playing?
You shouldn't have a shave, mate. Jesus Christ! Didn't you know you were doing a very important podcast this morning?
This is the extent of my shaving. This is shaved.
Yeah.
I don't shave.
I shaved for half an hour ago. Is that what you're going with here?
Just
that was a man.
clippers. I spend so much time shaving my head. I don't want to shave my face as well.
Yeah, well, I shaved my eyelids this morning. That's how much of a man I am.
I have to shave the top of my head with the clippers probably every 3 days.
Well, it's just a fashion, is it?
Yeah. Well, because of the bald thing. It's weird because it's like, I don't care, but I obviously do care because I go to the effort to shave. Do you know what I mean? So it's like...
Well, I didn't know you were bald, so it's like... Yeah, but if you let it grow, would you just have this big bald patch and then hair around the sides?
Yeah, it looked like one of those weird clowns.
Like your man off Seinfeld.
Costanza.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes full on.
That's why that's not vanity. You just want to look good. So
that's vanity, isn't it?
I don't know. There's vanity, and then there's I feel better if I do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah.
If you've got a head like mine, for example, like it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, maintenance or non-maintenance isn't going to make a huge difference to the amount of women that are throwing themselves at me on a daily basis. Zero. So if I shower and shave, it doesn't change that number at all.
Have you ever had long hair?
Oh yeah, I did once. Yeah, I
rock star long.
Huh?
Rock star long.
Oh, full on, yeah. Actually, it's been compared to the guy out of Foreigner. Remember him? Like proper. Is it Kenny G? The saxophone. Who's the guy with the saxophone?
Well, like
I
down your shoulders.
So I had hair down the back of me, down halfway down my back. And I don't mean it was growing out of my back. I mean it was growing out of my head and going halfway down my back.
No, I've never been blessed to have hair that long. Just short.
You're as close to Jesus as me, Nick. Maybe you have hair like Jesus.
I was thinking the other day, how much
like Jesus.
How much money do you reckon I've saved lifetime on hair cuts and hair products and stuff like that? One pair of clippers.
Well,
and that's
comparing to me isn't a good comparison because I go up and get a $15 haircut like once a year. So
once a year?
Well, I mean, I was letting it grow there, so it was once a year. And then I just looked like a loaf of bread for a while, and then my hair grows back and I started to look almost human again. And then get cut again. Because the hot weather's coming in now and you just can't do long hair. I can't anyway. I'll tell you what though, men are spending, if you go back to say 1965.
Huh?
Yeah, and I'd love to see the world statistics on how much men spend on grooming versus what they spend today. Men are spending, well, I wouldn't say the same as women, but God, it must be well up there in the 3/4.
There's men that get spray tans.
as a matter of weekly maintenance.
I don't know if it's weekly, but they get it through winter more than what I knew that it was a thing. That's bizarre. I know it's a spray tan. It's insane.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. If I went into a tanning machine, it would spit me out onto the street. It would bleep red buttons, and it would say, "We don't have enough bloody tan juice to deal with that blue whiteness.
There's not enough hours in the day."
It's not hours a day or paint in the bloody sprays. No, man.
So what have you been playing? Guitar? What have you
I
been
just told you this because it makes the windswept and interesting. Yeah, I've been practicing warming up. I've got a gig on Friday up at Tempest 2 up in the valley.
Yep.
Have you ever been in that bar, Goldfish?
Maybe a while ago, but not that I can remember. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's a good looking bar. I haven't had a real close look, but I think they're doing craft beers as well.
Yeah, and some obviously nice wines and that being in the valley and cocktails and the like.
I'll be in Tempest too.
I know in that bar like they do cocktails and stuff too, don't they?
Well, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I'm wearing my Grain Store t-shirt this morning. Did you notice that?
I did notice that.
I even got my staff on. Look at that. Looks like I actually do work for a living.
In the crew.
You bloody well. You'd fire me in 15 minutes, mate.
Mate?
I'd be useless.
You can teach anyone anything.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what you can't teach?
What?
Personality. So you just hire on personality and then you just teach all the rest.
Okay. Is that what you do?
Pretty much. Partially as well because myself and Corey have to spend a whole chunk of our week with these people, or you know. So you don't want to be around people you don't want to be around. It's easier to teach people things when you actually want to be around them. And it's not like it's rocket science either.
Yeah.
So you just, as long as they're nice people, you can teach them the rest. That's
You
easy.
know how I solved that problem?
What?
I work solo mostly. So
Yeah.
I'm the general manager and I have to clean the toilets. I'm the guy that goes and does the gig, and I'm the guy who drives the limousine to the gig. I'm the roadie that brings the gear in from the limousine, and I'm the guy that sets it up, and I'm the sound man. I'm the harmonica player, I'm the guitar player, and I'm the lead singer. And I'm the guy who does the accounts, and I'm the chef, and I'm the road crew, I'm the bus driver, I'm everything.
Sounds semi-schizophrenic.
These two, because I don't get any of them, so I have to look after all of that. And I'm makeup, I'm wardrobe. People don't respect for me. I'm a bloody superstar. My entourage is one.
Numero uno. You need to
I'm
go
the guy
to...
that stores the cocaine too.
Yeah, all of it.
All of it, yeah.
That's good, you don't have to share.
I'm the guy that haggles a free meal out of the venue too. I mean, that's not easy. That should be on every entourage. The guy who haggles a free meal from the venue, he should be there.
No one gets... You're the only one that gets lunch from us.
I saw a guy getting interviewed yesterday, and he was talking about the fact that he supported Trump getting elected. He said he didn't like Trump, but he just didn't see any other options. But he was one of the roadies for Lynyrd Skynyrd back in the day.
Yep.
That's some claim to fame, to have been with the original Lynyrd Skynyrd lineup as a roadie.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Pretty full on.
Yeah, but cool as cool can be.
A roadie for any of the old school rock bands would have been pretty incredible.
I know, with all their craziness. I want 16 peeled grapes waiting for me on a camel.
Yellow Skittles only.
Yeah.
Or yellow M&Ms separate
Yeah.
them from the... Yeah, I can imagine there would have been... So when did Riders start? That's a part of a rider, yeah? Is that what you call
Riders,
it?
I don't know when they kicked in, yeah. I think a bit when the excess of the rock industry kicked in. Because you look at music now, it's not as easy to make billions and billions. You know, when people, I think if say the Rolling Stones were to start now today, I don't think they'd continue. I think they're too clever business wise to continue in the music business. You know what I mean? Someone like Mick Jagger.
Yeah, sure.
I was down in the Central Coast yesterday buying a mixing desk off somebody. It was a mum of a Muso, and he has a day job. And she said they've got like a 7-piece reggae band. They will get booked to do a gig. They might make $600 on the gig, and sometimes the sound guy charges them like $500.
They split 100.
They absolutely do it just for the love of it. I mean, they've got albums. They look great. They sound great, but they're not making a living doing it.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. Women though, be some women around, wouldn't there?
Huh?
There'd be some women around.
Oh, I don't know. I can't be judged that. I've never seen it myself. I've heard rumors.
You've heard it's a thing.
I get a lot of old ladies at my gigs who look at me with fondness and think, "Oh, isn't he lovely? I could bring him home and knit him something."
Is that before or after they demand the tambourine?
Demand what?
The tambourine.
I don't know what that is.
Tambourine.
Oh, the tambourine. The tambourine.
Tambourine.
Oh, we agreed. I won't rip off your accent if you don't rip off mine, but we say that word a whole lot differently. Yeah.
Tambourine.
There used to be a spate of women who'd come up drunk asking for tambourines and wanted to sing Summertime. The minute you start into the minute you hit that, you get 3 people in the audience standing up. There'll be middle-aged women, gone through their first divorce, drunk on wine, and they want to sing that song with you into your microphone. Not separately. Right at your face.
What's the most requested song you've ever got?
Oh.
Did it change from when you, like, your type of act here? Because you used to do a bit more of like a pub style, rocky, in your face energy thing, like years and years and years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I can still do that. But
no, but you used to do that more, or?
I used to do it more, yeah. Where you'd have to be playing Alice, Sweet Home Alabama, Folsom Prison Blues, Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond.
Just all the big sing-along.
On a jet plane. Yeah, you can still go out any night of the week and start playing those, even to kids, and they all know them. And I don't know how, because they're not listening to them, so I don't get it. But it's funny how Sweet Caroline seems to permeate generations.
Everyone does it, like, they sing it at sporting events in crowds and things.
Do they? Well, that's where they're hearing it then.
They'd be hearing it at home too, wouldn't they? My mum used to play music around the house all the time. Excuse me. Like, she'd be working, doing things around the house on the weekend, and she'd just have like Cat Stevens or, you know, Van Morrison, Creedence, just cranking like super loud through the house. So it was like no watching TV or anything. You just had to do whatever you're doing as a kid, and I was just forced to listen to all that sort of music.
Sounds like a terrible upbringing, man. How did you stick it? Rock and roll. No, it'd be great.
Beatles, yeah.
I still have this thing, you know, if I hear a song on the radio, and if it was a hit in 67 or 68, I'll know, because I would have been alone at home with my mum, and she would have been listening to the radio and singing these songs. And for some reason, they were embedded in my head because she would have been having such a good time singing them, and therefore I would have been like, yeah, this is cool. So there are certain songs that trigger me like absolute bliss. You know, I remember that song. There was one on the radio the other day, and I called it for 1968, only because of the emotional response it had in me. It's funny how some bands, you get guys who are like, say, my age, in their 50s, and they're going to set up a band, and they're only going to play songs that they think are cool. Now, the songs they think are cool are going to be from 1986 to 1990. Because they're the years that they were just starting to date and they were going out to clubs.
Yeah, right.
All the 80s stuff. So they're going to set up a band playing all the hits from then because they have a nostalgic feel for it. Nobody else wants to hear them play it. Interesting dynamic.
So you didn't answer the question.
What was the question?
You don't listen to me, do you?
No, I never listen to you. This is all about me. This is the JJ King show. You're just a bloody engineer. What's the question?
What was the most requested song you get?
Well, down through the years, there've been different things that have been hits. God almighty, I remember when Achy Breaky Heart was a hit. Talk about torturing musicians all over the world. And people wanted to sing nothing but Achy Breaky Heart. Oh God, I even just say the words. Makes my tingle.
Who's that by?
Miley Cyrus is dead. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, yeah.
And then when Garth Brooks had a hit with Friends in Low Places. Oh, sweet Lord. 6 times a night they'd be looking for that song. Horrible, man.
That's brutal. Are there songs now that, I suppose there's lots of songs now that are in the same sort of category? People ask you to play things like newer ones that are quote unquote hits, but they're just trash.
Yeah, they are. Some of them are. I always try and learn the ones that are particularly well known to people. But I mean, say for example, there's that one now that's out. That's I think it's in Spanish. It could be Brazilian. I could be wrong. You know that big hit. Oh, you do, because everybody knows it.
We'll go and play it.
No, it's one word. No, it's a dance hit. Oh, come on. It's Despacito or something.
Despacito.
That's definitely in it. Whether or not that's the hit or not, I don't know.
No, you lost me.
Yeah, you'll have heard it. Anyway, I tried to learn it because I knew that you could see by the hits on YouTube that this thing has been listened to like 1 billion times. So
Right.
every human, this is going into their consciousness. And it's like, oh, do you remember the Macarena?
Yeah.
Like that was a similar kind of a thing. Like people just like to go la 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 la. And like I've done the la 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 bit now, and I'm trying to learn stuff that's a bit more challenging. Like I'm no big jazz head, but I'm trying to learn something a little bit more intricate. So, say I'm playing the jazz standards now, and then I've got this guy coming to gigs at the moment that wants me to play Margaritaville. You know, living on a sponge cake, watching the sun bake. You know that one? Wasting away.
Oh, yeah.
Margaritaville. Which is all right when you're drunk and you want to sing Margaritaville, but you know it's just one of those songs.
It's not very challenging for the...
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm getting a little older now and I'm getting sick of playing Take It Easy and Brown Eyed Girl, there's one. Yeah. I remember when I moved to Australia first, I thought, oh, this is going to be great. The Australians are going to be... I was playing in this particular venue too downtown, like 15 years ago, and I was so nervous, and I got up on the stage and it was one of the hot venues in town, and I thought, well, I better bring my cool stuff, I better bring it, you know, really. And these two girls, I was playing in front of a dance floor, and these two girls started dancing around their handbag, and I thought, well, we do that in Ireland. You know, there's a worldwide phenomenon, dancing in front of a handbag. Anyway, they're dancing, and I'm playing something cool, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm cool, I'm slick, I'm in Australia, everything's cool and slick, and I'm in Australia. And next thing, one of them leans in and goes, can you play the Gambler? And I'm like, oh no, it's a worldwide disease.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, the Gambler, unquestionably a great song. And if you heard the Gambler for the first time, you would go, that's a cracker of a song. No matter what, that's a cracker of a song. Thing is, though, I've sung it 15 million times. So I'm done with it.
Is that your phone beeping?
It is, yeah, I just turned it off, sorry. I'm a very popular man, you know.
Unprofessional, Mr. King.
Well, you see, if I had an agent, if I wasn't the agent as well. So come on, what's going on at the grain store? Tell me what's happening. You know what? I had beer at the grain store. First beer in 9 months.
Whew.
I had a lovely, lovely stout at the grain store. The finest stout on earth. You guys serve the best beer. Every time I think of drinking at the grain store. I don't think of drinking anywhere else. But this stout was like a chocolate supreme stout.
Mother's milk.
It was lovely.
Why don't you... 9 months, that's a long time not to have a beer.
I just didn't need it. You know what I mean? I was saying to people since I got back from Ireland in May, I've been saying as soon as I get homesick, I'm going to drink. But what's happened is we've been missing this cat, remember? Remember we lost the cat? Well, this cat turned up, still missing. This cat's turned up in the lost site, he looks identical to our cat. Same markings, same mannerisms. And my wife went to see him, and she actually was, I'm not sure if it's him or not. I'm not sure if he's been away and been emaciated and starved and, he's changed.
Yeah.
And it turns out it wasn't him. But the very fact that life would throw that cat at us, I just thought, nah, it's time for alcohol. And that's why Jesus invented alcohol.
Tis.
It's for those contradictory moments.
When you were home, were you having some beverages? Some adult beverages?
I drank all the Guinness at home.
Yeah.
And I only left as soon as the last barrel was finished. And then I figured I better just cut back for a while.
Time to move on.
Yeah. So how is it at work? Any dramas?
Any dramas?
Yeah?
No. All's well. It's good. It's good. Got our grand finals are on this weekend, which is pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah. We better work out the deets of when I'm playing on Sunday, actually. What's going to happen there?
Same. Because the rugby league isn't on till Sunday night.
All I can see is your Kickstarter hat, mate. Look at us, will you?
7:30.
Oh, it starts at 7:30. The final.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a big build-up then during the day, is there?
Oh, they have the under 20s grand final and the state cup. New South Wales team versus the Queensland one. Yeah, so they have all those things through the day, and just obviously for TV ratings, they feel like they get a better hit in the evening. Even though it's a Sunday and a long weekend, so I don't know why it couldn't be earlier.
Yeah. Well, what's the story with the Knights this year? I mean, they've made a better shape of it this year than they did last year, didn't they?
Yeah. It would have been hard to go lower than what they were, though.
Okay.
They still came last, so...
How much of that would you put down to the fact that it was all... Didn't Tinkler own the Knights?
Yep.
So he's out of it now, and they've got new owners, is that right? Or new sponsors?
Yeah, well, the NRL took it over.
Oh, did they?
Last year or the year before, I can't remember when. And they've just finalised the sale to West's Leagues Club.
Oh, so they agreed to do that then?
Yeah.
Did all the fans... Remember that time they were looking for fans' opinions on that?
Yeah, well, you had to actually go vote.
And most people said, okay, do it.
I don't know the exact numbers, but it was like an overwhelming majority, like 80% plus, maybe even into the 90% voted yes.
And how much do you reckon that affects players? Who's sponsoring or who's running?
Oh, a huge amount. It's a job for them. If I didn't if my relationship wasn't what it was with Corey, I wouldn't do a lot of the stuff I do.
Yeah. You just don't feel like playing if the business end of it is in a mess.
Oh yeah, it's in all sports across all the world. Some of the most successful teams are the ones with the stable organisations.
Okay.
Yeah, because it is a job for them. They don't just rock up on the Saturday and play whatever sport it is. They have to, they train through the week and do this and that and media and all that sort of stuff. And if it's a shit show,
you don't want to.
Yeah, they got to respond to it. It's just a job, pretty much.
There's been a thing on the internet worldwide about a team at home in Ireland called Mayo, and that there's this thing they've been jinxed. There was a story that the last time they won the All Ireland was in, I think, '56 or something around then. And when the team was coming home, they passed a funeral, and they were all making noise at the windows with the cup and everything and drinking. And they passed this funeral, and the rumor is that the priest put a curse on them that as long as any member of that team was still alive, they would not win another All Ireland final. And they've been in it 4 times since, and they've lost by a point each time.
Oh, because that was just last weekend, was it? Or
that was very well, it was a couple of weeks ago, I think. But the thing is, right, everybody's online saying, oh, poor Mayo, they didn't win since 1956. We didn't win since 1944. Right? Nobody cares about Roscommon. They go, well, what's the jinx on Roscommon? I don't know what the hell was going on there. Anyway, when the reason I'm mentioning it is because the last time we won it, the guy that captained the team was Jimmy Murray. And the story was, with that team, was that he was the motivating force behind it. There was no managers carrying that. There was just these guys on a team representing their county. They were the best players from the area.
Yeah.
They weren't motivated by money, although if you won an All-Ireland, you'd get a bit more notoriety, so you could open a business. But that's why I'm saying it. Like, these guys are making God's amount of money, aren't they?
Oh, shit, yeah. Absurd
You
amounts.
imagine to be able to motivate themselves in spite of who's managing the team. I mean, if I was on a team that was all down in the dumps because there was some vagueness about who was sponsoring the team, but I was still getting my money.
Yeah, but if they're, if this is all they've ever done, like they don't, it's not like they were a musician for 8 years and now they've suddenly started playing football and they're getting $300,000 a year. It's all they've ever done.
Were they actually being paid, or was there any doubt about their wages?
Oh, I think towards the end of the Tinkler time, it was all a little bit wishy-washy. They would have got their money, but I mean,
$300,000 a year they were getting anyway.
Oh, some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money. It's out of control. But they, it is a lot of money at the time while they're playing, but they don't play forever. You know what I mean? Like, they might only play from when they're early 20s to 30.
Okay.
And,
Well, all the more reason to motivate yourself, in spite of management and training.
I think so.
I mean, so you get together in a room and go, listen, I personally don't give a stuff what's happening with management right now, but we need to start winning games. Like, it's all talk and no action from me. Like, I'm no sportsman.
Yeah. Just the instability is unhealthy. That just shows how unhealthy instability is.
Yeah, sure.
In everything. Family, work, the lot. Sporting teams.
Tectonic plates.
Instability in the physical makeup of the earth, for sure. I wonder... Nothing. I got nothing. I wonder how well this is recording.
I don't know. I'm sure it's top-notch stuff.
It's telling me it's recording. I can I can hear you. Hopefully,
Well, how about we just leave it at that and wrap it up there about a minute ago? Did you get enough? How much did you record there?
we've been talking for 28 minutes and 43 seconds of pure gold. Plus whatever was going on at the start.
That'll do, I reckon.
So this is our end bit. What do we call it? Call to action. Email us, tweet at us, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
We're social media superstars.
Send naked photographs of your granny.
Yeah, aye. Aye.
Word.
I was drinking beers with a Scottish guy on Saturday night, and he's every time you say something, he says that. Aye.
Aye. Yeah.
Doesn't. Aye. So now I'm doing it as a habit, and it's so annoying. I can't stop doing it because I was doing it Saturday, making fun of him like a jerk, and now I just can't stop doing it. Aye. So what are we? The Muso?
The Muso and the Barman.
And the Barman.
Till death. Till death part.
What about... What do you... Like, that's the thing, hey? Like, that part of the agreement, till death do us part, in a marriage,
Yeah.
people genuinely hold on to that bit, huh?
Some do. Other people just
It's a pretty
get
heavy...
married. The ceremony is like just a...
It's a pretty heavy statement. Till death do us part. It doesn't matter what goes on, it's just...
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just a theory. The church wanted you to do that because they thought that's what God wanted. It doesn't make any sense, though, in the real world. Sometimes people aren't compatible. Sometimes people turn into assholes. Sometimes people are violent, drunks.
Shit, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, well.
People have this horrible habit, again and again, through all kinds of puritanical religious times in history. People have this terrible habit of being humans. So no matter what you try and impose on them, no matter what the totalitarian regime is, they're still going to be human and be flawed. Not speaking for myself, of course, who's bloody perfect. Humanity.
We're all animals. Well, I'm going to try to save this.
Okay, so
and then play it back.
Go on, I'll check my messages.
You can check your messages now, superstar.
I can make you a cup of tea that you can look at, but you can't actually taste.
And stop.